Hi everyone, just doing another video. There's a couple things that I realized I forgot from my first video, and one of them was the psychological eval. A lot of people seem to be worried about that. I don't want to say I enjoyed it, but it wasn't nearly as scary as I thought it would be. I had actually met with a social worker prior to my evaluation, and she really helped me feel relaxed, which is kind of difficult because I have pretty bad anxiety, and that was actually the one thing she told me that she was concerned about most, was how my anxiety would affect how I guess my medication's affecting my body after the surgery because of how much it's going to change. So, I don't know, I'm trying to take precautions, but I can't really do anything now until the surgery happens. So, I definitely have, it's been a lot to think about, to be honest with you. That's the one thing that I was worried about after the surgery myself, prior to having any indication of what would happen, is my medications and how I would know when I would need a lower dose, or just like with my CPAP, when I don't need that anymore, if I don't need it. But yeah, it's really not that bad. Just don't lie. I mean, okay, sorry about that. I can only do videos when I'm at work because I have a puppy who's 1.5 years old, and she's very rambunctious. I love her dearly, but I can't get much done quietly when I'm at home with her. And my husband works graveyard shift, so I'm not able to slip away anywhere without her noticing. And my elderly kitty, who's about 21, she's been demanding a lot of attention lately, so I've been doing my videos at work and trying to make it all work, but you know, sometimes get interrupted. So anyway, back to the psychological eval. It's literally just questions about it. It was literally an hour worth of her asking questions about me, about my family, but mostly about me. Just wondering, asking who I was, how I had gotten to be the way that I am, you know, what kind of mental struggles it would appear that I'm going to have after having the surgery. I'm obviously not anorexic, I'm not bulimic, but I do have a tendency to not really starve myself all day, but I'm just not hungry, and then I will binge eat for dinner, and then I'm good, which I know I can't do that after I have the surgery. I know I can't do that. So I've been working on getting a protein shake in the morning, and then spreading out healthier meals throughout the day, like salads with tuna, a little bit of cheese, tomatoes, peppers, bell peppers, those kinds of things. I really quite enjoy raw cauliflower, so it really disappoints me that now that it's cold, it's out of season and I can't find it as easily. So I haven't been able to get heads of cauliflower to cut up and just snack on, because that's definitely giving me a crunch instead of turning to chips. I've never really been a big chip person, but I do like to have a crunch. So by the end of the psychological eval, I was on antibiotics because I had gotten pretty sick and had just gotten my voice back. And so it was nonstop talking about 10 minutes into my psychological eval, and I ended up losing my voice. We did the best we could. She was listening to my hoarse whisper of a voice, and we managed to get through. She told me that the only thing that was of concern for her, she wasn't going to hold me back. She didn't need to see me again. But the only thing that was of concern for her would be my anxiety. But again, I have to take that in stride until I actually come across it, because I can't be proactive right now if I don't know how, when, where I'm gonna start reacting, once I start losing weight. So, I have not been approved by insurance yet. That won't come until the end of February, because they require 6 months of monitored diet. So I'm very stagnant, which is frustrating. Very stagnant right now with trying to lose. But I think everyone gets stressed when Christmas is coming, just because there's always so much going on, and I feel like this year I'm ready to pull my hair out. So just trying to keep it all together. My nutritionist was actually really pleased. I saw her twice. She was actually really pleased with my progress, because when I saw her the second time, which was after my eval, my psych eval, she told me that she had me at 15 pounds lost. And she looked at me and she was like, "Well, what are you doing?" And I was very confused. I looked at her very quizzically and I was like, "Following the diet, doing what you told me, eating fresh vegetables. I'm not eating processed foods as much anymore. I'm not having as many carbs. I mean, yes, I'm still getting carbs, but I'm not having yeasty carbs." So it really put into perspective that not everyone follows her advice. I guess that it's more common that people don't, or are not able to, I guess. Which brings me to another point, is that I'm not comfortable with telling a lot of people yet. Only one friend, my one best friend, knows that I have done a video. I believe it was watched by them, but I'm not 100% sure. My husband is extraordinarily supportive. My parents are very supportive as well. I know it's not the easy way out. I also know that it's not a miracle. It's not a cure. I know that it's a tool and it needs to be exercised. I'm not 100% comfortable with telling all of my family, telling everyone, I guess. Weight has always, it runs in my family, being overweight, and to be honest with you, doing these videos drives me crazy because I can't stand to look at myself, how much weight I've gained, and I'm not able to lose it. I mean, whenever I lose it, I just gain it back and then some. So I feel like this is the help that I need in order to be successful. I also understand that there's a lot of people who feel that surgery is the easy way out, that it's not the real way, which is very frustrating because unless you've walked in my shoes, you have no idea. You have no idea how much I've tried. There was a point in time when I was working out. I was doing the insanity workouts, which for those of you who aren't familiar, it's 45 to 60 minutes of hard workout every day, 6 days a week. So not every day, 6 days a week in the morning. And then at night, I would do an hour to an hour and a half on my treadmill. So I was literally, I was busting ass, trying to make sure I could lose weight. And it's not realistic to be able to keep up with that. It's not realistic now that I'm married with a household, and it's just not, it's not realistic for me to be able to invest 2 to 2.5 hours of exercise 6 days a week. It's so for the people that say that they're doing it the real or right way, I'm glad that you're able to lose weight on your own. But until you've walked in my shoes, don't tell me that surgery is not the real way. Because for me, that's what's going to get me healthy. And that's what I'm most looking forward to. I want to get out of the twos. I want to weigh less than my husband. And then I want to get down to my goal weight. I want to be healthy. I want to have a normal BMI. I don't want to be considered morbidly obese. Because at this point in time, I am. I'm very much considered morbidly obese, and it's disheartening. So yeah, I'm created an email. I'm going to put that down in the description, so if anyone has any questions, comments, concerns, anything like that, certainly get a hold of me. But yeah. Yeah, Psych Eval really isn't all that bad. Don't lie. I mean, that's what they're trained to know, is when someone's lying and really you're just hurting yourself. It's not worth it. I mean, the whole point in having the surgery is to get healthy, to come to terms with everything, so don't lie. That's my best advice for the Psych Eval. Don't lie. Okay, everyone, if you have any questions, get a hold of me. Thanks. Bye.